What is up to all our educator friends out there? Welcome to our What's Up Wednesday show with your host Kyle Howard and the always Cory Camp.
Thank you. Hey, Kyle.
Hello. How are you doing today?
I wasn't sure what you were going to say there.
There's so many titles. There's so many things that you do. So just dot. You fill in the blank and go from there.
When I co-host with Brian, he calls me the queen of professional learning. So
yes.
I'm just no. Well, hello, good morning, Kyle. I am super excited to be back. This is our first new show of the new year, which is exciting. So happy new year to everyone. I know everyone's back in the full swing of things. This start back to the second semester has been more chaotic, I think, for everyone than it has been in past years. So it's our first new year with the pandemic still happening. So there's that. I just started a new round of a virtual coaching cohort, and I'm super excited about it. I'm continuing with our other two cohorts as we wrap up this month, but I got a new one up and started today. We just had our boot camp, and I am super excited about that. So that's what I've been working on. Kyle, what's going on in your world? What is
we have some exciting stuff brewing here in the Sibme community, in the state of Texas. I want y'all to look out. So we are actually having called Bridging the Gap. So it's going to be a very, very informal open house for those who want to learn a little bit more about Sibme, some different use cases for PLCs, instructional coaching, teacher leadership, and really building out that capacity within your campus or within your district. So the great thing about this is going to be specifically for your district. So look out for those invites to register, and who knows, if you register and attend, you may end up winning some free stuff here, a purchase or maybe a free lunch. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, that's exciting. Wait, how come you did not say cookies? Are you not put up a batch of your famous cookies, Kyle?
Yes, they have been so much in demand. I just dropped off some other batch of cookies to another just sign on a Sibme account in Lamar Consolidated Navarro. So always looking to build those relationships, but also I'm looking to help with those sweet tooths as well. So
there you go.
Let us know.
You're in Texas, where Kyle is, and you choose Sibme to fuel your professional learning. You might also get your belly filled with some cookies. So that's awesome. That Bridging the Gap sounds. I just heard about it this morning, just for the show you were talking about. It sounds really amazing. I know we've been doing a lot more of these kind of community connection events, and it makes all of us super happy here at Sibme because we are all, educators closely connected to education. And we see that we've got so many people who are on the same pathways. And if they just could look left or right, that was right, then they'd see that there's someone else here on this journey. So that'll be great. If you've got a question about it, you can put it in the comments below. But if you want to make sure you get an invite, but then Kyle will be sending those out. All right. And I know Brian has some things that he's been cooking up too, that we'll have more information out and about. And then, of course, Better Together. That's coming closer and closer. So, but let's just get right into our interview for today. I'm super excited. Our guest today, I feel like she and I are old friends, although we've only known each other through Sibme here just recently. But I've really enjoyed working with her and her team as they've begun implementing video enhanced and online learning a little bit more deeply this year using the Sibme platform. And that is Stacy Johnson, Director of Professional Learning and Grant Acquisitions. Told her I wasn't going to remember it, but I did, at Waxahachie ISD. So let's welcome Stacy.
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, hi. So it's great to see you. I know you and I have another call after this just to talk business, which is exciting. But I'm glad we got a chance to just steal some time today and talk a little bit about your district and some of the great things that y'all have been doing um, in and around professional learning. So, and I know that you had that all up. You are the director of professional learning for all of that. So tell us a little bit about professional learning at Waxahachie ISD.
Well, this year obviously has been a bit different than what it had been in the past. And so, because of COVID, obviously needing to make some changes, we've moved professional learning online this year. And that has been unique in a lot of ways because we've looked at professional learning not just as a one-time event, but something that is ongoing. And that's where Sibme has been very beneficial to us. Originally, we had planned on going full force with the video coaching pieces of it, but with all the change, we pulled back and decided to do a very slow rollout just because teachers had had so much coming at them. And so we started with our impact group, which is a cohort of teachers that want to possibly move on into an instructional coach position or curriculum coordinator, or just wanted to push themselves this year. And so we've used Sibme to get them used to the whole idea of video coaching and reflective practice. And that has been crazy powerful.
That's amazing. Yeah. So what are some of the things that you have realized with that impact group so far?
Well, I had them actually record some short videos for professional learning that we did just to share Sibme and the benefits of reflective practice and using video as a tool. And several of them said they were just more intentional after watching the videos in their questioning in the classroom, in checking for understanding throughout. They might have thought they were doing it, but they weren't doing it as much as they could be doing it. So that piece was powerful for these veteran teachers. And then also just getting used to seeing themselves on camera. Once they did it, they realized it really isn't that big of a deal, and they've been doing it anyway. I think it was more the security of knowing that we were in it together to learn, and it wasn't a judgmental piece. And so that part has been exciting. We also used it for our first and second year teachers to the district, and that is our mentor program. Several of our campuses, such as our high school, are very large. So for a mentor to be able to get all the way across campus to really coach a teacher is challenging. And so they've been able to begin having these first and second year teachers record mini videos, and then the mentor can give them feedback and then also record a video as well. So everyone's really engaged in this work together, and it's not viewed as a punitive piece. It truly is that growth mindset of we can all do better for kids. And then finally, the other biggest piece is we have new coordinators and instructional coaches and people in new roles this year. And so with people going all over the district all the time, it's hard to get together and have time to meet. And so we've been able to use Sibme goals and videos to be able to share information out within a department, and also to continue these conversations of recording ourselves and giving each other feedback.
Wow. I love that. Yeah. It sounds like the learning is at a really deep level across, each of those primary kind of use cases, but you're really using video for reflection and for modeling and just, to share ideas or, strategies together, and really maximize kind of time and space, right? It's really about getting the most out of that. So I love that. I think that's exactly what we hope here at Sibme, that people start to find and get a workflow for, more than just like a single area, but really across all of their professional learning landscape. They can utilize the not just video, but technology in general to maximize their efforts.
And Stacey brought up a really powerful point, that really when thinking about Sibme, that it's not PD, it's just not just a one-time event, and really having that mindset to change and really to take advantage of that. Another point that you mentioned is that we're in it together. So definitely we're bringing, implementing something like Sibme in. We're utilizing video, but we're already used to seeing ourselves on Zoom, on our phones, basically everywhere. So really breaking down that, that thought process that we're in it together is solely for a growth mindset. So I really thought that was very powerful when implementing that. I want to ask, just really with Sibme, can you tell us a little bit more about how you were introduced to Sibme?
Well, my assistant superintendent actually used it in another district, and we were looking for a platform that would allow our coordinators and instructional coaches to support teachers across the district. And when you have one coordinator and a content serving multiple campuses, time can be a barrier. And Sibme provided lots of features that would give time back both to the coordinator and to the teacher being coached. And so that was really, where our exploration began. And then, of course, after meeting with Sibme, it was a good fit for us.
Yeah, I used to be a district level coach, and now I'm even further removed from those that I coach, doing it virtually all across the nation as we do here at Sibme and our virtual coaching team. But it can get so hard to make our way from, I remember at central office, if I didn't go straight to a campus to go work with my teachers, if I went to the district office first, I likely never left the office. And so I was able to say, I'm going on campus today. And I usually turned my phone off and would just go be with my teachers, because otherwise I got stuck in all of the organizational stuff at the central office. So I think it's definitely a power saver, time saver for that. But then I think it's also so powerful video itself to be able to, for a teacher to be able to capture that instruction at any time. Like that was the big thing I know when I was looking at Sibme as a customer in the past for me, because even if I can make it out to a campus, it's likely not the right time of day or week or whatever it might be for that teacher to say, yes, this is exactly what I wanted you to see and celebrate with me or give me feedback on or help me answer. And so it just makes the coach so much more accessible, even from afar. I think whenever you're able to leverage that technology that way. What would be one of the things that you've heard from your coaches who are working all over the district? Is there something that has really stuck out to you as something that they've identified as a positive starting using this platform this year?
I think it's just the power of reflection. We know we need to do it. We know it's important, but carving out that time is difficult. And so part of what we've done in the impact cohort, which is the teacher, veteran teachers working to grow group, they are asked a question every couple of weeks, and they just share their thoughts. So it might be, what is your leadership style, or how has reflection changed you? And it's one thing to type it in a discussion, but it's another thing to have to speak those words. There's power to that. Mm-hmm. And so I think learning to articulate those inner thoughts that we have is a very important tool and skill to develop, and also helps us be able to communicate with each other better and at a deeper level, I believe. So I think that is, perhaps the biggest piece is just that opportunity to reflect, and then just the ease of use. It isn't cumbersome. It isn't scary. We've had to get a little creative on camera angles, and we're still learning, the best recording techniques and things like that. But that's a work in progress. And so I think it's just really realizing the power that video can provide, the richness of data that it can provide. And by data, I just mean people in work, in action, just seeing the learning that's happening.
Yeah.
And amazing. You mentioned that impact cohort with those veteran teachers, and when I'm having these conversations, either with these district leaders or with principles. They say the veteran teachers sometimes are, especially when it comes to technology, they may be a little bit standoffish, but you hit on a key thing as far as ease of use as well. So we want to make sure that things are easy for not only those new teachers that are coming in, or if there's new coaches coming in, but also something that those veteran teachers can help really share and amplify some of those great lessons, some of those great moments that they have. So, and you mentioned also earlier, Stacey, about some of the features, about the goals features. I want to kind of switch gears, and I want to ask, what are some of your favorite features that you have in the Sibme platform, and then how are you using them as well?
Oh my, that's a hard question. I love the video recording feature. We recently rolled out professional learning on our asynchronous platform, and there's still things that we're learning as far as how to use certain features in a video or whatever. So being able just to record a 2-minute video and drop it into a collaboration huddle for my coordinators and content designers to be able to access, that saves a ton of time, and you're not answering the same question, and it's always there to refer back to. I love the comments features in being able to tag it with the bright spots. I think that's important, especially as we're building trust with teachers. We love goals. That wasn't something we initially just jumped on when we first started, but within our coordinator PLC, we're doing a book study. So being able to have actionable items when we leave those meetings that they know they're going to do the next week. I have had to learn to make sure that the ending date is the day after our session, because it does bother them when they don't get to check their box. So they've asked for me to make that adjustment. So it's just been nice to collaborate with people as way more than what we normally would be, especially in a year like this, where things are constantly changing.
Yeah, and I get to, and as part of my work with you and your leadership team, I get to be in one of those huddles with you, and I see you with that screen recording tool a ton, and they're able to ask questions right there. It's so much. I was thinking, because I did a lot of data and online program management and special education at the central office, and if I could have just recorded a quick video and let people comment at the moments where they had a question or had an idea right on the video, as opposed to watching the video attached to the email that took them forever to download, and then they reply kind of generally with a general question. I'm like, okay, if you go back to the 2-minute mark, there's how to do that. So those timestamp comments really make, I think, that no matter what you're doing, more efficient, but especially if it is, let me show you how to do this. Here's how you put that setting in your course or whatever it might be. So yeah, I love seeing you use that screen recording tool and lots of stuff. I love goals. I didn't know you guys were using goals for your book study. So that's exciting. That's good stuff.
And the other thing that's been cool is that, alongside one of those videos, and you probably saw it this week, Cory, the coordinators even started helping each other troubleshoot through it. So it wasn't something where they had to wait for me to be the expert information. Like, they could go in and play with it, and I push this button and this is what happened, and be able to share those pieces out. So I think, we've talked about teacher capacity and educator capacity in general. But I think being able to have those discussions ongoing allows people to go away and try stuff and say, yeah, I did that. And did you know it did this, and to be able to share what they're learning in the moment, which also cements it for that long-term memory. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I love that. Yeah. Dave Wakefield, our founder and CEO, calls it that in the workflow learning. He's been doing a lot of our new features and our improvements are all with that in mind. So I love that you guys are finding that way.
We're just a little bit excited about all the folders now that we have. Folders within folders. We are very happy.
Yeah, and you can add a video or a resource straight to the folder, which is something I didn't know we were going to be able to do. But yeah, I also heart the folders so much. So yeah, good. I'm so glad. Yeah, yes. So many amazing things. I got a sneak preview of some of the updates coming the end of this semester and into the summer, and I just it blows my mind. I'm super excited. So so many good things. I love hearing, again, there's so many different ways that y'all are using the technology and the platform to be able to do things like at a organizational level as well as a learning level, which I think is really powerful. And so I want to invite our viewers and our customers, if you've got questions, you can put them in the comments on this video on social media, and we'll kind of get back to you if you're wondering how Stacee and her team have kind of done this. Once they found Sibme, what did they do to start to make all that a reality? So definitely let us know what questions you have. Stacee, is there anything else that you want to share about your experience, or some pearls of wisdom that you might have for anyone else who's looking, a director of professional learning like you, looking to really build capacity and transform learning?
I think the power of a tool is in its ability to be adaptive, and how we expected to use Sibme at the beginning of the year has morphed based on the needs of our adult learners and in the current, the state that we're in. And so I think that though it looks a little different than we originally had anticipated, the power is there. Like, we're using it, that go slow to go fast mindset, which is very hard for me because I can see the potential, but realizing I need to learn the tool in and out and be able to use it, and going slower to go deeper and then move forward, I think is the best advice. And it's hard for me. That's my one to grow on.
When you and I met, yeah, I said, it's going to go slower than you want. I can just tell you that because I see you and I are the same. But no, you guys have done some amazing stuff with it, and we are so excited. And you've given us great feedback on our platform and our services, so we can continue to support you all and everyone else. So we want to thank you for your partnership as well. And I think, Brian will throw out that queen of professional learning. I think you are the queen, Stacee. Definitely.
I have an amazing team. I have an amazing team.
You do. I can vouch for that for sure. All right, Kyle, anything else before we let Stacee go today?
Oh, I just want to thank you so much, Stacee, for taking the time and joining us today. Like I said, we're really looking to, expand the Sibme community, and we are so thankful to have you a part of our Sibme community.
Thank you much. We look forward to all the webinars and training to come.
That's right. Thanks, Stacee.
Thank you.
All right, Kyle. So I just love my folks at Waxahachie. They're so much fun. And Stacee is a great leader there. So you've got your Bridging the Gap.
Bridging the Gap
coming up. And so we'll share more information about that. Mm-hmm. Brian's got a pretty great, I forget the name of it, thing coming up as well, which is going to be pretty amazing. Just because I can't remember the name, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And we got Better Together. Again, put it on your calendar, June 21st and 22nd. And be sure to let us know if you've got questions for us. Be sure to like and follow us so you get notifications when amazing leaders like Stacee join us on the show here and share some of their insights and just things that they're doing that might inspire you to try out at your own space. So shout out to all of our educators and parents and students who are getting back into the swing of things after a much needed winter break in a new year.
New year, Cory, we made it.
We made it. I don't know what we made it to, but we're here. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you all next week for another What's Up Wednesday show. Bye, Kyle.
Bye. Adios, y'all.